Okay, so today I'm going to show you what I carry in my backpack for hiking, and also I keep it as my bug out bag for emergencies. Now this bag is configured for me. Other people might configure it differently for themselves. Just take into account that everyone's different, and I've accommodated the things that I like and need. So first of all, the backpack itself, very important. Got to get a quality backpack that is fitted for you, your body size and how your body is built. You can certainly go out and buy a cheap bag at Walmart or so forth, but the problem with that is that it's not fitted for you, or may not be fitted for you properly to bear the weight. And if you're not used to carrying 30 to 50 pounds on your back, improperly fitted bag will just destroy your body in a very short amount of time, and you'll find yourself not being able to hike very far. So I got this bag at REI. It's their Flash 65 liter. It's an excellent bag. Again, it was fitted for me. My wife has a different bag, but again, it was fitted for her. We both tried starter bags, inexpensive ones that weren't fitted, and found out that we couldn't travel very far. So again, this is the REI bag. It's a great bag and carry everything in it, fully outfitted. It probably weighs about 30 to 40 pounds when I've got everything on there. It's got the inside pockets on top, both sides, and a sealable interior. And of course, it's got a nice zipper bag up front with pockets. And it has, of course, the pockets on the waist belt. And then it's properly fitted here. It's got the mesh wire and padding. And then on the bag I keep a Benchmade knife. It's fairly lightweight for an outdoors knife. It's all single steel construction, and it's got about 20 feet of paracord on it. It's good for just about everything you need. You can certainly carry a pocket knife, but this is good for batoning, where a pocket knife you might have an issue batoning wood. Of course, I carry a handkerchief with me at all times. So that's the bag. Again, fully out loaded, it's probably 30 or 40 pounds. So I'm going to show you what I keep in the bag as a bare minimum, and then I swap things in and out based on what I need, and I'll show you some of the optional items that I use. Alright, so first off is the basics, food and water. I keep a bag, a waterproof bag that I can hang up. I put all kinds of assortment of things in here, a lot of dried food, nuts, whatever I want to pack. I try to have this stocked at all times, ready to go, and I hang it up, I seal it up at night and hang it from the tree as a bare bag so no one gets into it. That's kind of the basics. The food, you can decide on what best suits you, but I like the dried food. Also like sandwiches and power bars and things like that. Water. Water weighs a ton, so of course I purchased a water purifier. Sawyer and has a lot of great products. You can buy filters, you can buy purification tablets. I have the purification tablets as well. But this Sawyer kit, actually, it's a little bulky. It's a little much to carry, but I can purify water, and that's different from filtering. So I can get a dirty stream or dirty pond, fill the bag up. It hangs, it's gravity fed. So I basically connect these two hanging off the tree, and the filter will purify the water. It takes a long time, takes overnight usually to fill, to purify the entire bag of water, but it's a great solution. If you're in you need something more of in a hurry, they do have hand pump purifiers, and they have also filter straws and so forth they can use. Again, it's up to your preference as to what you want to use, and what you'll need and what you have in the area. I can substitute this out for a regular water filter. I also carry several liters of water in the bag separately. Very lightweight. I don't use Nalgene bottles because they kind of weigh a lot. So I stick to the bags, bag water. I also carry basically a sleeping bag I have a sleeping bag here. It's probably only about a 30-degree bag, but it does keep me warm. Probably up to about 60, in the 60 degrees, maybe 50 degrees. If you're going to be in colder areas, you want to, of course, get something a little warmer. I personally carry a pillow as well. That's a personal choice. I do believe in being comfortable, because if I'm going to be out backpacking for several days, I don't want to be groggy and sleepy and sore. So I'll carry a Field and Stream or any type of pillow you want. Of course, I have a hat that I always carry, good for sun, bugs, and ticks that might drop on you. Very good to have. Jet boil. I have a jet boil device that I use for boiling water. This is a great device. I've used it several times. It uses these little tanks, little gas, and it sets up very quickly. And it comes with, you know, as a pot, and of course it gives you a cup and it has a stand. That boils all my water for drinking or for eating or cooking dinner, freeze-dried foods. It's really super handy. Highly recommend these. They have smaller jet boils as well, and they have others. MSR makes them, and a couple other manufacturers. You can find one that suits your price range and for what you're looking for. But it's very easy. Of course, I carry, you know, my cup. They have a lot of different mugs that you can buy, but I prefer that. I also carry a tarp with me with pegs, extra pegs. I don't have a tent in this configuration. I often do take a tent with me, and I'll strap it onto the bottom of the backpack. But in a bug out situation, I'll probably just take the tarp and sleep with the tarp. Also, pair of gloves, sturdy gloves. I have in the pockets of the backpack, I store, you know, sunscreen and off. And I also have the bottled version of it that I keep for if I need something a little stronger. I also have a net that goes over my hat, a bug net goes over my hat. These are super handy. We have a lot of bugs here, mosquitoes and gnats, and it's annoying to be out in the trail without one. So I put this right over the hat, and the rim of the hat keeps it off my face, and it's very, very comfortable. This is a personal preference for me. I carry knee pads. These are $15 Acme. They use my knees. Now, again, you know, I'm in my 50s, so my body is kind of destroyed over the years, and this really helps me bear the weight of, you know, 30, 40 pounds for several days. If you're a big, strong guy or woman, I'm sure you don't need these, but for me, it really makes the trip a lot more comfortable, and I wear them all day long, and I take them off at night. A big handy item that I carry is these simple $5 water shoes, or whatever you want to call them. Indispensable, huge item. Great, very, very light, almost weigh nothing, but at the end of the day, when you're finished camping or walking, you need to get out of your shoes. Your feet are wet, they're sore. I wear those once I break camp and give my feet a rest. Indispensable item. I also carry my light bag. So I have all sorts of lights, fire starters. You know, you can pick what you want. I have a headlamp here, a Black Mountain headlamp. Very easy. I take the batteries out of them all the time so they don't drain. That's an easy, very handy, much needed light. This is a cool little camp light. You lift it up and it gives you a little lantern, or you can use it as a flashlight. Waterproof lighter, and of course I have a compass, some fire starters, and a light stick. And again, these will vary. I also have a flashlight on my bag, and I have these little simple bulbs that I use to hang from the backpack. They're like $1. It costs a couple bucks, and you can put an AA battery in it, and it hangs from my backpack. I don't have them on it right now. I also carry a solar charger. This is Bear's Grills, and it's basically just a solar charger that I put on my backpack during the day, and then I can plug it in to recharge my devices. It's just so-so, but in a pinch, in an emergency, it's good to have, and you can charge it up ahead of time before your trip. and it will, give you a couple charges on your phone. I also have regular, multi-tool. It's little, it's got a flashlight. I really don't use it much, but it's got the basics: knife, the Phillips head, and so forth. You can get really fancy with these. Leatherman's probably the premier, but I didn't need a whole lot, and those things can get really expensive really quick and very heavy. Weight is the big thing. You want to reduce your weight as best you can. Keep things light. I have basic first aid kit, and in the first aid kit I have quite a lot of items. So things from rubber gloves, duct tape, moleskin padding for your feet if you start to get rubbed on your ankles, body glide, I have all kinds of band-aids, sting relief, all kinds of patches. I have Lotrimin for antifungal, because keeping your feet clean and dry is a must, and keeping them healthy is a must. I have simple things, antacids and scissors and little knickknacks that you need for a first aid bag. Now you notice I use these plastic sandwich bags or freezer bags a lot. A lot of people have these fancy bags, first aid kit bags or hiking bags, little modular things, but these things are great because they're cheap, they're light, and you can see through them. There's no need to get additional fancy bags to hold all your gear. I can't see the point in that. Other items I always bring with me, and this bag is empty now, but I usually keep at least 2 pairs of underwear and 2 pairs of socks and maybe a t-shirt, change of t-shirt. And then at night I'll put the clean clothes in here, and this is another pillow or so forth. And the reason I do that is, you could hike without the same pair of clothing all week if you want, or all weekend. But you want dry feet, you want to be comfortable, you don't want to be wet. So it's important to have change of clothes, because the woods are being outdoors. It can rain, you have streams, you're sweaty, and being comfortable is a big ticket item when you're out in the wilderness. I have just a phone bag, a waterproof bag for my phone. Bath wipes and cut nail wipes. I have a hygiene bag here that has basic items: deodorant, shampoo, powder, cotton nail wipes. I've got a little camp towel, various other things for cleaning. Hygiene, very important, not necessarily for survival, but for morale and keeping yourself comfortable. These bath wipes are huge benefit. You can wipe yourself down, you're sweaty or dirty. They're very, very light, and they're very, very big. So, one wipe you can take a complete bath with. Another item I carry, which is indispensable, is just a simple 3x3 black sheet of tarp. This is used as a seat. I've used it for putting outside my tent or my shelter. I put my shoes on it. I kneel on it. You can eat off of it. It's extremely handy. A simple thing like a piece of tarp can make your life a lot better on the trail. Also, I will outfit my my trip with maps depending on where I'm going or where I think I'll be. I'll put them in this another freezer bag, and the freezer bag is great for keeping it dry, but I'll pick out which ones I need and take it with me. Maps are always a necessity. Another item that I use all the time are these paracord, and what I've done is I've added these little hooks on the end of it. I also went out, and you can get this at Home Depot or Lowe's or any hardware store. These are retractable hooks, so that when you pull it, you can pull the tarp or hang up whatever you want, and it pulls back and forth and locks into place. Really, really great for wrapping around trees or tree limbs, and makes life a lot easier. You can do without, out the additional hooks, just having paracord, but these additional hooks really help out. And that's pretty much of the basics. I also have some bungee cords which I use. So some of the other items that I'll throw in based on what I'm doing or emergency situations. I have this Eton. It's a crank radio, and solar, flashlight. So if I'm out on the road and I need to hear radio, what's going on, or I need an emergency light, it's a simple crank. It has an antenna here, so I can, listen in on what's going on in the area. Another really indispensable is this Baofeng, I'm not even sure how to say it, walkie-talkie slash ham radio. I'm not a ham radio person, but if in an emergency I need to hear what's going on or need to call out and make a rescue, I have that. I also have bigger solar panel. This is I think a 3 or 4 size panel. It's a little bulky, but in the case I need something a little more elaborate, I have it here. I really haven't used it. It's kind of an emergency item, but I do have it in case I need it. Also, of course, I have a fire starter. I don't carry this very often, but in a real emergency situation, I would. I think it's a ferrite rod, and simply it can be used to start a fire in a pinch. I also have this 4 wrench key, which is very useful. Got this on Amazon, I think, for like $10, $15, and this enables you to open up the spigots on commercial or industrial buildings. So they all have hoses, like a hose nozzle, but you need a key to open it. But if you're in a pinch and you need to get water somewhere, even if the electricity is not on, there's usually water pressure in the pipes and you can get water out of it. So I've tried this a couple times. It really works well, and have successfully gotten water out. Other basics are, Mylar bags or Mylar blankets. I have a couple of these I stash. These are great for lying down under a tent or under your underneath your backpack or your sleeping bag to keep the cold out. I also put them underneath tents. Of course, you can always use them for covers. And of course, I'll have a rain poncho that I'll carry, and a USB charge it all type of connector for the various batteries. Other items that I might have, I'll take for emergency, or photocopies of my license, passport, any other legal documents that I might want to have with me. So if I lose my originals, I have copies of it. Sometimes I carry additional lights with me if I think I need it. And of course, you can carry whatever defensive weapons you want to have. Now these are, guns and ammo can weigh a lot more, so you really got to think about this. And of course, if you get caught carrying and you don't have a carry license, you could get yourself into a lot of trouble. So, be judgmental about what you carry. Also, other items, N95 masks or other little knickknacks that you might need. So that's basically my pack. Again, fully loaded, 30-40 pounds. I'll change these items in and out. This is pretty much the essentials that I need. And then that's it. Thank you.